Do you know what you're going to wear to the Grammys?
I don't, I don't.
What are we thinking? Are we going like super dressed up, heels, dress?
Both award shows that I've been to, when I went to the BET Awards and the American Music Awards, I had on like a trouser suit set.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the Grammy. So I can't tell you the last time I wore a dress, but I'm going to bring one out for the Grammys.
Where were you when you found out you got nominated?
I was performing on Good Morning America. And I was so upset because that stuff, like, you have to take it in, right? You have to like take a second.
Yes.
The nominations came out at like 8:30, right? This AM. And I was going on stage at 8:35. So by 8:30, I was already like basically in my position, and like I completely forgot that the nominations were going to be out. So I'm standing there and Michael Strahan is introducing me and saying like, R&B, she has a big year, blah, blah, blah. And her year is about to get even bigger because she got nominated for not 1, but 2 Grammys. And I'm standing on stage and I'm like...
He is a snake!
I was like, what? So
before you're going to perform!
I was so excited though. I was so excited because I was like, what? Like I turned around to my band and everyone was like cheering. And then 2 seconds later, it's like, here she is. And then I was like, oh my God. So when I remember starting Trip, and I probably sounded crazy because I couldn't even concentrate. I was like, what is going on? And once I came off, I said to my manager, I'm like, you can't do that. I was like, so many different emotions were going on in my head that I couldn't even concentrate. But nonetheless, like I was super excited. Like,
I'm sure people will forgive you.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Hopefully.
That is huge.
Thank you.
What the hell do you do with a Grammy when you win it? Where's it go? What happens?
I got to get like a cabinet or something for it.
You got to buy a whole new little IKEA. Gotta go IKEA and get a little glass cabinet.
Definitely need to have it like in its own room.
Yeah.
I low-key just want like just the Grammy in the room, and that's
I will
it,
not be
nothing
mad
else.
at you, bro. If there's some kind of like MTV Cribs special and you're like, this is the Grammy room and it's just there with like a spotlight on it. I'm not mad at you because that's crazy.
That. Yeah, it really is insane, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what? Like, this is one thing that everyone always asks me is like, what do you really want out of your career? And like, as materialistic it might sound, I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel like it's been changing over the past couple of years with people protesting the Grammys and saying like, the committee doesn't represent us very well.
Yeah.
And as much as I agree, I feel like protesting and not going is not the right way to do it. I feel like Chance, that's why I stand with Chance. Like, I really, really like Chance and what he stands for, because he went and, his speech was basically a protest in itself. So I feel like you have to go to make that change. And to me, the Grammys are still super important. So I feel like it's important for us to go and be a part of that change.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Do you still have favorite shows? Do you still have a show that you leave and you're like, that was nuts?
Yeah.
What are they like? Tell me one of them, one of those experiences for you.
My first London show, I think, was definitely one of those moments that not only just, having my mum come out on stage with me, but just this is my first time coming home and perform and headlining in over a year.
Yeah.
And the venue was like, I think triple what I did the last time I was at home. So much has changed. So I think that for me, just the energy in the room was so insane that I really came off stage and I was like, wow.
What a great way to see the growth of your career.
Listen.
To go from one venue and I come back and it's triple the size. Like that.
It's insane.
Being able to say that.
It's insane.
Triple the size.
It's crazy because that Shepherd's Bush, when I opened up for Kehlani, we did that venue.
Yeah.
So, and that was 2 years ago. So to come back as a headliner 2 years later, which for some people sounds like a long time, but it's really not. 2 years is not a long time.
Can we quickly talk about your track with H.E.R?
Yes.
Okay, so it's great.
Thank you.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much.
That's all I have to say. You two on a track together is just like...
Do you know, I'm such a big fan of her. I think she's so incredible. She's like, the industry needs her. And I think when I met her at the BET Awards, and I had gut feeling already. I'd recorded it, but I had a second verse. But I like to meet people and kind of like chop it up a little bit before I'm like, let's get in the studio. But we didn't, she was on tour with Chris Brown, so we didn't actually get to work on the record together in the studio. But I sent it to her and I'm like, I have this song that I would love for you to get on. Let me know what you think. Like, obviously I want everyone to be honest. If you don't like it, then it's cool.
Be honest, please.
Yeah, she came back and she was like, I love it. I'm going to do it. I just got to find the time because I'm on tour. So she went to like a random studio in a random city. I can't even remember where she was.
Yeah.
And recorded it and sent it back. And I was like, it was like no question that had to make the album, because I think, especially for R&B right now, and we're we're around a similar age, and I feel like people are always putting all of the R&B girls, or just girls in general, females, black females, like against each other. Everyone wants it to be a competition.
You can't be friends.
Yeah. So I was like, this is, it's a big moment for R&B, and I feel like that's actually one of it's like a fan favorite on the album. So
that to me is like a Brandy and Monica.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you've got these two people like Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. Yeah. I am sure there are plenty of young women out there, young men out there who see you two on a song together and hear that song and they're like, that's like a match made in heaven.
Thank you so much.
Last but not least, 24/7.
Yes.
LMA featuring Meek Mill.
No,
I'm only joking. I'm joking. Meek, I love that tune, by the way. I love the whole album, so I'm only messing around.
Yeah.
That song is pretty incredible.
Thank you. It's one of my favorites. It's so funny because I got to work in the studio with Meek,
him. Yeah,
on that one. And I'd met him before, like a while ago, because him and Mustard are pretty close.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen him in a while. And I remember it was the same time I was in New York when I was doing Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And Mustard was in New York as well. And he said, he called me and he was like, oh, Meek is finishing up his album and he really wants you on a song, come by the studio. There was 2 options. So I went with 24/7 and I went upstairs because he was still recording some other stuff. So I recorded it by myself, but came back downstairs and I was like, let's see if he likes it.
This is a moment. Yo, your heart must have been beating.
Yeah, I was like, hopefully he likes it. And there were so many people in the room as well. So I'm like, damn, if he doesn't like it, this could
be mad awkward. Yeah.
But we literally played it about like 50 times over and over. He was like, this is so hard. Like, I was so excited. And I think his, with him just coming out of jail, I feel like his album was so highly anticipated. So to be a part of that, and I think it's an incredible album. I'm
talk
so
about
thankful.
pressure.
I know.